In this class, we will see about feed-forward neural networks. It is the simplest form of the neural network where we have some input and that input data travels in one direction only. That's why it is called as feed-forward neural network. You are going to feed the network with your data and the data will travel in the forward direction only. And the data will pass through the neural network nodes and finally it will exit the network at the output node. And in this network contains multiple neurons which are called as nodes. They are arranged in various layers. And here if you see, I have first input layer, then hidden layer, and then output layer. In every layer, I have circles. The circles are nothing but the neurons which are also called as nodes. And the nodes from adjacent layers have connection between them. If you consider these two nodes, they have the connection. And this input node is not having any direct connection with the output node in this. Every node is connected to nodes in the adjacent layers only. And all these connections will have weights associated with them. And every connection is going to have different weight. The weight depends upon what is the importance of that particular connection. Okay, so it is not that all the connections will have the same weight. Every connection can have their unique weight. And in your network, sometimes hidden layers may be present and sometimes they may not be present. Whereas whatever may be the case, your input layer and the output layers will be present. And based upon this, you can classify your feed-forward network into two types. They are called as single-layered and then multi-layered feed-forward neural network. Here I have shown the general feed-forward network. Let us see what is the difference between single-layered and then multi-layered network. And before that, we will see what are the functions of various nodes in the feed-forward ANN. So we have three different types of nodes: input nodes, output nodes, and then hidden nodes. Now let us see their functions. First, we'll focus on the input nodes. See, these input nodes provide information from the outside world to your network. And all these nodes are connected together. They will be part of the input layer. And in case of the input nodes, there is no computation performed in these nodes. They will simply receive the information. They will pass the information to the next layer. They will not do any computation. And they are simply passing the information to the next layer, which may be either hidden layer or otherwise output layer. And next is output nodes. The output nodes are collectively referred to as the output layer. And these nodes are responsible for computations. And as well as after the computation is over, they will be getting the output result. And that result should be transformed to the outside world. So the communication with the outside world is happening only through the input nodes and then output nodes. Now, let us focus on the hidden nodes. So what are the hidden nodes? The hidden nodes, they have no direct communication with the outside world because outside world is communicating only through the input and the output layers. It is not having any connection with the hidden nodes. That's why they are called as hidden. From the outside layer, outside world, they are hidden. So in case of the hidden nodes, they don't have any connection with the outside world. And these nodes will perform the computations and they will transfer the information from the input node to the output node. And the collection of these hidden nodes is called as hidden layer. And if you consider a feed-forward network will have one input layer and one output layer, whereas it can have 0 to many number of hidden layers. It's not that always hidden layer should be present. It can be 0 also, and it can be many also, whereas input and output layers are single only. And if the number of hidden layers is greater than 1, then we will call that network as a deep neural network. You might have heard the term deep learning. What is the meaning of deep learning? It is similar to our artificial neural network architecture only. And it is going to have many number of hidden layers. Because of that only, it is called as a deep. When you increase the number of hidden layers, that will become deep network. Now, in feed-forward networks, we have two examples. One is called a single-layer feed-forward network, which is also known as single-layer perceptron. And the other is multi-layer feed-forward network or multi-layer perceptron, MLP. Now, let us see what are they. We have seen now, just we will recollect it. So what is single-layer feed-forward neural network is? Here, it has two layers. One layer is the input layer and the other layer is the output layer. And there is no hidden layer in this. And if you consider, the input layer has so many input nodes. All these nodes will be fully connected to the nodes in the next layer. That is nothing but the output layer. And a node in the next layer will take the weighted sum of all the inputs. If you consider this blue color node, it is receiving input from 4 nodes in the previous input layer. You have to consider the weighted sum of all the 4 inputs. In addition, we'll be considering the bias also. Then when we go for multi-layer feed-forward neural network, every single node is connected to all the neurons in the next layer, which makes it fully connected neural network. In this, we will have input layer, output layer, as well as one or multiple hidden layers we will have. Okay, and totally we will have minimum of 3 layers in this. And it is going to use bidirectional propagation mechanism now, because whenever we go for neural network, if the weights are not properly adjusted, we will not get the correct output. For that, we need to now implement forward propagation as well as backward propagation. And inputs are multiplied by the weights, and they are fed to the activation function in the activation function. This is done during the forward propagation. And during the backward propagation, what is happening is the weights are adjusted to reduce the loss. That is nothing but to reduce the error. And in this, generally we'll be using non-linear activation functions like ReLU, sigmoid, softmax, and so on. I already told you when you have to go for softmax and when you have to use other functions. Whenever you are working with the binary classification problems, you can choose ReLU, softmax, or sigmoid, anything. But when we go for multi-class classification problem, we have to use softmax only. Now, this is a multi-layer feed-forward neural network.